This is COVID Kids, a family podcast here to talk about our confinement. We are a bilingual family located in France, so of course we're trying to respect the local laws related to this crisis, and we encourage you to do the same. If you would like to listen to this podcast in French, you can. Just look up COVID Kids France. If you would like to share an idea or reach us by email, our email is covidkidspod@gmail.com. Enjoy the episode. Are you ready, kids?
Yes.
All right, let's go. So welcome to COVID Kids. My name is TK Terry Kaufman. I'm the dad.
I'm Sarah Kaufman. I'm 12 years old.
And I'm Jude Kaufman. I'm 9 years old.
Exactly. So we are here doing this little podcast to talk about how we're living the COVID confinement. We live in France in a very small town. We're a little bit lucky because we get to get outside a little bit. We live very, very close to the forest, so we can get out we have the right to have 1 hour of sports per day. So where we can be outside and doing some activities away from other people, of course.
Yeah.
So that allows us to do some little walks and things like that. So here we are. It's our third week, kind of the middle of our third week. How are we doing?
And
Good.
we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, things are going well?
I think we're doing pretty well.
I mean, yeah, you're pretty yelling at us.
I'm yelling at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? This is like normal yelling, or is it like more than normal yelling?
I think it's a soutenu yelling.
What is soutenu yelling?
I think it's a bit more than usual, but it's normal because we all see each other like 20 hours a day. So
Maybe not 20, but it's true. We are seeing
15.
we are seeing each other quite a lot. But what happened? I was listening to some of our old podcasts, and we seemed to be like so chummy, and everything was going fine.
Yeah, well, it's getting a bit long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. And I think, Teo, the other day you said something that was interesting, where you said you just wanted to have some time by yourself. Yeah. And it's true. We do live in a flat. We don't actually get to have a lot of time by ourselves.
No, and we
either.
don't have a garden.
And we don't have a garden, yeah. So that's our backyard. So that is a bit of a shame. But hey, the good news is that hey, we're doing pretty good on the homework.
Yeah,
Right.
homework is okay.
You guys are pretty much on time as far as everything goes at school. We had a good day today, Teo. We spent like 4 hours doing what?
A bridge.
Making a bridge.
It's going to be the coldest bridge of all time.
I think so too. That was. I don't know who had more fun. Was it me? Was it you? And I think Juliet started enjoying it too. She made her own bridge. Yeah, that was kind of fun. So, what else news did we have for this past week? I think Teo, you had the biggest news.
Yeah, right. I found a trash can.
Yeah, so Teo fell in a trash can and ended up having to get 4 stitches. So we had to jump in the car. Daddy was pretty freaked out because it was right above his eye, right? And so you look a bit like a boxer, my son, because you have 4 stitches there. We had to run to the emergency room, and strangely enough, well, actually, this is a very good thing. There was nobody there.
Yes.
So that was quite cool. I think we saw one other person there besides the actual doctors and nurses. They took care of us as quickly as they could.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. We were in and out within about an hour, and it was all very professional. 4 stitches, poof, poof, off we go. And boy, but that was a pretty scary moment. So maybe when we do our advice for the week, we're going to say
not to fall in a trash can.
Not to fall in a trash can. That sounds like a good idea. So yeah, what else happened for you this week?
I have Skype, and it was cool because everybody was active and all. It was good.
And Teo, you had a Skype too. You're first.
Yeah, that was kind of not too good.
Why?
Because everybody had like sound problems and somebody just didn't hear anything.
Okay, so maybe it's just a bit difficult. It was the same thing for Juliet. The first time around, it was kind of difficult for things to get into place. Okay. What else? Is there anything else that we want to talk about, guys?
Do you want to talk about something that could have been cool, but we don't like it a lot? It's a virtual museum tour.
Yeah, because we tried a few and nothing seemed to stick. Maybe it's too many people were on them, or Juliet, what did you think?
Not enough people. So
it was not bad because you can watch everything you like.
Yeah, so it wasn't exactly what we were looking for. We did we kind of randomly picked names. That was kind of fun, and we discovered what they did with the Guggenheim website. That was pretty fun. You guys are still working on your play,
the Three Musketeers.
The Three Musketeer play with Mom. So I'm excited to find out what that's going to be like. That's going to be very cool. And I just wanted to say I did make a mistake before. I said that we couldn't ride a bike, and that's actually not true. Apparently, small kids have the right to ride a bike with a parent that walks next to them. But as you guys are older, and if I were just trying to follow you on foot, that wouldn't work, because you guys would just leave me in the dust. So for practical purposes, we are not biking. But if you do have a small child in France and you happen to be listening to this, you can. Any plans for this upcoming week?
No, just do the homework and
Normal?
relax.
Maybe we can cut Daddy's beard.
No.
Not me.
No?
sorry.
Am I gonna have to do that all by myself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, nobody's gonna like give me the hot towel in my face and no.
No,
No.
not the cucumbers on the eyes. Don't count on that.
Okay. All right. Well, we seem to be we're doing okay with the homework. We're doing pretty good on our sports. You guys are doing really good. Juliette and Teo are both running. I'm finding out I'm the really super slow, but that's not a surprise. My 12-year-old son is totally kicking my butt, and my 9-year-old daughter is doing really good with we're doing like little jogs around the path that we have near us. So that's great. Good job, guys.
Thanks.
Are we ready for our advice for the week?
Let's
Yeah.
do this.
All right, Juliette, what do you have?
Spirit Animal. It's like a good book.
You read that a long time ago.
Yeah, like 1 year ago.
1 year or two.
Okay, and it's a series of books, I think. So that's Spirit Animals, and the author is
Brandon Mull.
Brandon Mull. Exactly. Okay, Teo, what about you?
I'm gonna suggest a very good book that turned out being a very good movie. Wonder.
Wonder, and that is by.
R.J. Palacio.
Okay, and what's Wonder about?
It's about a kid that, in fact, he was being homeschooled by his mom for 8 years, and so he finally discovers he has to go to middle school. It's this big, huge leap he has to cross. And it's cool because he had like 22 surgeries, and the movie shows how he adapts and wins over his first year of middle school.
Yeah, it's a really sweet movie. It's a story about a kid who has like a facial difference and had to have a lot of reconstructive surgeries and things like that. It's a very touching book. Yeah, you almost cried. Yeah, I think you weren't the only one, son. It's a very touching book. It's a very touching movie. So that's called Wonder. And I'm going to give a little. Well, I would say my advice for the parents this week is maybe try to create something, because this is the first time. I mean, I actually find the time we're very, very busy at the time, because I'm spending all my time with you guys doing the work and the homework and the schoolwork and all kind, and that's great and that's a lot of fun. But I'm very happy that we have this little podcast that we're doing to do, because it gives us a moment to create something new. Mm-hmm. And I would feel, I feel better that we have actually created a little something new for us, So if you're a parent and you're listening to this, and if you're a kid as well, if we have a little bit of time, if a little bit of extra time at the moment, why don't you try creating that thing that you haven't had the time to do? Which might be it's write a book, maybe it's write a short story, make a video, make a YouTube channel, make a podcast. I don't know, build something.
Do stuff.
Just try to create something new.
Build bridges with your son.
Build bridges with your son. There you go. All right, guys. Well, listen. Talk to you soon.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. Please feel free to share, subscribe, and send us your tips about coping with confinement with the kids at covidkidspot@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.